There's some stuff I was thinking. Another thing I was gonna point out is in the lame part of this game is it costs caps to fast travel to certain locations. This isn't gonna matter as much now that you're doing this cap glitch. And if you could see, guys, I loaded in right where I told you to, or like I told you, I usually go there and look for the board game sometimes, or I'll just come right out here and restart it. Whatever you do, don't exit the system inside of the train yard because you're probably gonna mess up the glitch. As you guys can see, I've got a shitload of stuff, and you don't have to collect everything. You know, you can almost just collect all the bullets in itself, and that would make this worth it. Looks like I can carry a lot more. Oh, 536. So like I told you guys, we're probably gonna break the game doing this. I know it sounds dumb, but trust me, it's true. So there. This one's always here. Just so you know. Sometimes you gotta be careful when you walk through. This must be from the last time I killed them, because I haven't killed anyone yet. Probably just confusing the game a little bit. I'm hoping that this isn't something they can patch real easy, but if it is, then I gotta make sure I get all my caps up. It's very important to do glitches in games like this. I have no idea why I get like some people, like how people want like more time and stuff to play the game or not, but not everyone has this amount of time to put in the game. So this is number 2, guys. Number 2 is usually there too. The ones that aren't usually there are the 3 over here. And always remember to get these, because it's always something different. So like if you don't want to get over accumulated all the time or whatever, look, like this helmet, this is the first time I've seen the helmet on here. So just take the helmet, and then take the left leg, and then the left arm, and then the right arm, and the right leg, and then definitely take all the fusion cores. But this is money in your pocket here. Like, so much money, too. Like, I was looking, and you can't do it, but, like, these ammo boxes, if these things, like, also replenished every time you left the session or found a new one, you'd be making a lot of money. This boiled water seems to replenish every time. Just think about it, guys. You're doing this anyways. So if you do this like 50 times, that's like 50 bottles of water. Or the burnt textbooks. These are worth 1 caps. So if you collect these like every single time, you know, that's like 100 caps right there. It's something you could keep in mind. Last time it was a scorched beast, or a scorched. There. The great part about this, guys, is that no one's higher than level 6 here. You notice, like, the higher levels you get in this game, the more they come after you. It's getting pretty ridiculous. That's why I got pretty mad in one of my earlier videos. But they honestly really did ruin this game, guys. So if you've ever played Fallout 4, it was, man, the dialogue and all that stuff was pretty great. And this is like, the quests are terrible in this game. You just follow like the quests themselves written on the board, over and over again. You don't even talk to anybody. And there's not even a thing for one speech bubble, let alone 4. Okay, almost. Don't know. I think I might have forgot to check this one. So I came back. The last one's over here. I don't believe I killed those guys, so they must be still dead from last time. So if I loaded in too fast, which I didn't, I waited like a minute or two. Definitely not as fast as I usually did, then the boxes will still be there and you won't have to kill these people. But like I said, it's not good for the game. I'm sure the game, it's confusing the game for me doing this. See how I found that plant right here, guys? If those plants respawn, you know, when you finally get your right place for the settlement and enough caps and everything like that, you don't really even need to do this glitch anymore. But not only that, it's like if you get 50 pieces of gourd you pick up every time on the ground, like right here, that's like 50 plants that you can plant at your camp or your settlement. Alright, now I'm gonna go back and check, see if this stuff's here when I do this again. Another thing that I dislike about this game is the stash boxes. I know I bring that up in similar videos, but it's important for you to know if you're going to buy this game. But if you really do like Fallout and you still haven't bought this and you really bought it and you really like Fallout, enough to the point where you're not too upset about there not being any dialogue or like story mode content at all, basically, then you should get it and then do this cap glitch, because it's the best thing to do. Multi-fruit, same with that, guys. If you collect that every time, you're gonna be here anyways. I don't like how you can't save anymore. Like you can't auto-save and all that. Because if you guys ever played Fallout games, like sometimes you won't even kill the people in a settlement. Like you'll just be shooting at another enemy trying to attack them, and then everyone in the settlement will start shooting you. Usually you would remember to save before you went to that place. That was really dumb that they did that. But in this one, it's kind of the same thing, except you have to like totally leave a session and come back, or like the people will be hostile towards you the whole time, and it's pretty disappointing. You could literally be like half an inch away from killing your target, and then it comes up and hits you and kills you in one swipe. This game's a lot about perk cards and what the endurance, really just the endurance and the strength and the charisma and the luck and the intelligence and the perception and the agility. And it's really getting all that stuff up and finding the right glitch to get you up there, right spot. There's another spot at that golf course that I can show you guys where you can sit up there and I'll get some better weapons, and then you just get the ghouls, and they'll be like level 40 ghouls, and those weird crawly looking things that start with a W, and they won't be able to get you where you are. Like once in a while they can get up there, but besides that they won't be able to really get you. Alright. See how fast I load in. Same with the soot flower, guys. You keep collecting that and boil water. All you need to do is get Radex and then collect a bunch of water and then boil it, and then you have the soot. That's like 50, 100 things of soot if you collect it every time. And you got that soot juice, and then you could sell your purified water since it's worth more, and you could have like a purified water farm. So this cat box isn't here for the first time. Seems like the people are back. I don't really like that. I do enjoy this, how I can block, and she had a pipe pistol out. Don't really think it's good. You can shoot me like that or whatever. You haven't noticed, guys, you're getting your ammo way up too, doing that. Ammo's hard to find in the game. I really love glitches like this, to be honest, and people would say, oh, you're cheating, or why are you trying to break the game, and all that stuff like that. And just don't even listen to them, because the games aren't even fun without the glitches. And don't even get me started on how much of an overpriced piece of crap Grand Theft Auto is. Grand Theft Auto Online, I guess, more specifically, but usually don't use that gun. See, I got a shitload of guns. Small shit. Alright, finally I'm at location 2, guys. Sorry about that. Cap stash is here. The boiled water is in here. I don't wish you could get that out a little faster, but I also wasn't using my D-pad. See, I don't like stuff like this. This is the time the only time I actually die in this game. getting a lot easier to kill these guys from when I first started, I will say, but... And not just first started this glitch, I mean first started the game in general. Alright, so there's none there. There's none here. So I only got 2 out of like 5 this time. And I got full scorched. That's okay. I'm sure there'll be a dude here, yeah. I'm gonna blow his stupid head off. And then it's not here. I kinda got shafted this time, but it's all good. What do you expect? Maybe I loaded in too fast. Because it's meant to. Well, the gourd's here. I'll go check gear. Like I told you guys, yeah, that shit's all gone still. Maybe I loaded in too fast, so this time we'll just wait. Like 2 minutes, maybe. I loaded in within like a couple seconds. Usually it don't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter anyway. I'm already doing great on cabs, guys. I may actually hard to quit doing this. It's like out of habit I loaded in too fast again. I just clicked X. I guess we could just, this will be like our little test to see. But I don't know, it's just random. If you have a friend online, just jump sessions. It's a lot easier than this. It probably doesn't confuse the game as much either. But once you have enough caps and inventory in the game, you can basically buy whatever you want from any vendor and then sell them back everything that you spent them. But the game's pretty overwhelming and hard to describe this. But if you go and wash out a vendor and he's got 0 caps, and then you go to try to sell him you go to sell him $200 worth of stuff or 300 caps worth of stuff, no matter how much you sell him, he's only going to have 50 caps in his inventory for you to take. So you can't just take all your money right back like you could in Fallout 4. And if you guys are confused about this, I could show you a video about this. It was so easy on how to actually do this in another Fallout game, because my other Fallout game has like over 100,000 caps or something. It's pretty crazy. And it was all because they put the system in where you can only put a certain amount of loot. So state the obvious, if you don't want to deal with the scorch, you could just walk around them almost. The last one, I think you're going to have a problem with. The sip flowers here every single time, guys. You could craft with this, and save a lot of money. Make a lot of money. You'd be laughing when I got like 1,000 things of freaking gourd. Those fusion cores, those are all worth money. That's how you make money in this game. Is you have stuff like that. As long as you have that stuff, like all those fusion cores I have and all that, then no matter what you sell to the vendor, you can usually buy it back from them. But in this game, you have to go find another vendor to make it a little more challenging. And then sometimes when you find a brand new vendor, he'll have 0 caps too. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I think you might have, you might limit you, or you might not. They might not have a lot of caps if you keep fast traveling to the railroad stations instead of traveling there on foot. I know it's a bit confusing, guys, but I did not make the game. So trust me, I would have not put that in there. The ones upstairs, they were all here this time. So I guess it doesn't really matter how fast you load in or not. Wish these guys would like blow up a little bit or something. Maybe their clothes weren't this color. Hey, there's your head. See, Fallout games are pretty detailed like that. They recently got better, a lot better than the other one. Hey, there's another head rolling at us, guys. You didn't be able to use to loot the heads either, I guess, when they came off or something like that. I actually never got into the fourth or the third one because the fourth one was so good with the edging. There was no dialogue in there was no player that actually talked in the third one or in Vegas, but you did have 4 different speech options to choose from. It was pretty lame. But then Fallout 4 came out and it was like revolutionary and basically whatever you want to call it. Like you had like 4 different speech bubbles to choose from, and then you didn't even want to do any missions till you got your charisma on because you like couldn't get so much caps or all these special items without like charming or convincing the person in the storyline to give you that or whatever. And it was really important. And that's why I kind of bummed out that they didn't add it in this one. You could also get like a girlfriend or a boyfriend. There's like 10 different companions. A big thing too is the companions, but they didn't add those. It's like they were all here this time. That's a good news. Like the gourds here. Plants will come back, but everything else just takes a little while, I guess. Power armor's not always there, but it's good. But yeah, unless I'm not seeing it, I mean, it wouldn't really make sense that they put companions in here. I mean, that was one of the great things about these games was the companions, though. But get why they didn't, because it's an online game now, but like, we just wanted it online so we could play with each other. We didn't want you to take the companions out and take the dialogue out. That was, nobody asked for that, or I don't know why you got that idea, that we wanted like some Destiny kind of game where you just go and talk to someone and it's like the same thing over and over again. That's basically what this is. But I'll tell you guys a little bit more about how the Fallout games, you know, how much better they are. You know, I'd always be telling people about them, like all the crazy stuff that you could do on them, and people, you know, everyone, first thing people would ask, is it online? And no, unfortunately it's not. Can't really show anybody this game unless you buy it yourself, or you know. So if this was the exact same game as Fallout 4, guys, and they added like the train's awesome, and like some of the beasts are awesome, but they made it like a little too realistic with all the food and the drinking and the dying too easy. But that always comes in Fallout games when you first start, if you didn't know that. But if this would have been the same game as Fallout 4, though, with the same dialogue and the same companions, all that stuff, that in this world, though, and you could play online, then it would have basically been like the greatest game ever. But like all the cool stuff that I tell people about this game to try to get them to start playing it, they took out of this one. So it's like a couple steps back now. So now it's like when I explain to people about this game, they'll be like, "Oh, is it online?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, well, the new one is, but it doesn't have all the stuff I just told you about." But the stash box in itself is a bit ridiculous too, guys. In Fallout 4, so you know, like if you want to pick up as many stuff as you can, and you could put as many stuff as you want and many items as you want in your workshop as you want to, which would be your stash box basically. And you could even get toolboxes and gun boxes, and you could put stuff in there, and those items that are in there will stay in there. It won't be a part of some giant stash box system. I mean, I like the idea that they're scattered throughout the map, and that they're all at the railroad, but it doesn't give me the power to go collect things like I do and sort them out into different boxes and then, you know, sell them or upgrade them and sell them and whatnot. It doesn't give me that option, and it's basically making me walk around all over accumulated all the time, forcing me to do glitching to make money, which is kind of how Fallout 4 worked. Honestly, I used some glitches in that one too, but I don't, like I said, guys, I don't have time to play something like that. It's almost like they expect you to spend like 60 hours in the world and then like 60 hours on the story play like afterwards. And in this game, you gotta be careful not to rush through the story mode so much. But I'm gonna give you another example. In Fallout 4, like your husband, you and your husband or your wife, depending on what sex you pick, and your daughter or son, sorry, your son goes to. Damn it! I wonder if this is confusing. I don't know if there's 2 players in here. So you and your son go to the vault, and then you get frozen, and then years later, someone comes out of the vault, or comes into the vault, kills your husband, and takes your son. And this is spoiler alert, guys, but your son ends up, you end up meeting your son in the wasteland, and he, since he was unfrozen years ago, he's like a lot older than you. It's quite bizarre and crazy. I want you to think about that. And then if you own this game, think about the quest and the storyline in this one compared to that. And these were real, actual people that talked to you and stuff, guys. It was pretty crazy. And if you want to Google Fallout 4 Institute gameplay, or you know, Institute storyline or something like that on YouTube, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And so for them not to even like put a storyline to that in the game, like, it's just a slap in the face, really. Like, what would Bethesda been doing for since Fallout 4 come out, you know, aside working on like Skyrims and whatever, all that shit that they come out with. Like, I'll give you a really easy example. You just get, oh shit, that's what happened, guys. You gotta make sure you're not getting through your inventory when you're getting shot at. So there's another player doing this. This glitch is on YouTube, so it's not really too hard to come by. I'm not sure. I don't think like we steal the caps from everyone, but it would definitely confuse the game more if there's 2 people doing this at one time. But he might not even know about this. He could just be traveling around the map, killing Scorched or whatnot. But sorry about that. And I was in mid talking with 2 guys, but like I said, it takes 2 years to do the dialogue for Fallout 4 in itself, and there's 4 different speech bubbles to pick from, probably over 200, 300 missions altogether. There's quite a bit, including the side activities. So that's a man and a woman. And obviously everyone that they talked to, they did their dialogue before or after that. All the NPCs in the game that talk and all that stuff took them 2 years apparently to do that whole dialogue. So I don't know what they were doing to this game, really, like making all these mountains and stuff for the past 5 years. Like, they couldn't have at least 1 or 2 different speech bubbles to choose from. Like, there literally isn't even one. It's very disappointing, guys. Sorry about that. As you guys can see, I got 1,500 caps. And try to start killing Scorch. You know, they're not really here too much. So I could get my XP up though, so I can get more caps. There'll be plenty of guns to dismantle and stuff to craft though later. I'll show you guys. It's all important in Fallout universe. See, this is what happens when I can't run or whatever. I'm always over-accumulated though. Look, I got 784 items and I'm only supposed to have 195. Fuck you, Bethesda. I can have whatever the fuck I want, and guess what, guys? You can have that much shit, and you're not gonna just die. Yeah, you're gonna walk around really slow. Usually I don't walk around this slow. I think I might hit a max. Thinks I might hit a max weight limit. Probably shouldn't have been talking shit about Bethesda. That's probably what did it. Let's see. Check to see if this is here. You guys didn't realize how I seen that guy coming. I heard the footprint. There's more. So I think I might have like over-accumulated myself. Like, they say they're worth this fucking much, but they're not, trust me. It said I over-accumulated myself like a long time ago. I could still run. But now I'm at like a dead, there we go. I lost it a bit. You can't go over 773 apparently, or you'll be going really, really slow. So I can't be taking stuff from these guys anymore, unless it's like ammo or something I can take. That's okay, but I got plenty of pipe pistols to sell. Plenty of vendors too to go take their inventory from, I believe, unless there's like a max limit that I haven't seen. If anything, like if you're gonna keep doing this, like I would just drop like the pipe pistols and all that crap, and then make sure you pick up like the power armor and the stuff that you think's gonna be worth the most expensive. But don't forget to get the bullets, because those don't weigh much. If not, they shouldn't weigh anything really. But I don't have the choice to. I don't choose what goes in this game. If I did, it'd be a better game though, I fucking guarantee you that. Alright, I'll go show you guys what I was talking about. I might not like it if I try to take this shit again, but we're gonna try it. You can't move fast, yeah. Like I told you guys, just go and take the shitty stuff out of your fucking inventory that you don't want. Look, this stuff's all good, man. Not only is this worth a lot, but you can build your own power armor by doing this glitch over and over again. But now I gotta go find vendors to sell this to. And then I gotta go sort through all this crap and get rid of it. Some of it, anyways. Not all of it. It's not totally, it wasn't totally, you know, not worth it to pick this up. But, you know, I don't want to keep doing this forever anyways. I want to do it a lot, but... I was actually hoping that there was no limit. I know I couldn't run, but like another game's best set has made it to where that you can actually fast travel when you're over accumulated if you have like your strength all the way up. So I do have like a method to some of the stuff that I do. If you've never played any of these games. As you can see, I'm really overaccumulated. A smart thing to do would be to like find a weapons bench and just modify and scrap half that shit. I probably walk past a few, but I could always just move my camp wherever I want. Also, so Keep that in mind. Seems to get confused when I add all these pipe pistols or something like that. Damn it. Still nothing. Or it gets less confused when you add it to something with nothing in it, apparently. I don't know. Pipe pistols don't weigh that much, but they're not gonna give me shit for any of these guns, really. That's how Fallout works. There we go. Now we're good. Alright. So this time I'm gonna go ahead. I'll make a new video. I'm gonna do this a little longer, but I'm gonna make sure that I don't pick anything else up. I won't get tempted with any power armor. Easy glitch, guys. Don't get stuck behind. Get this done before they patch it.